Sexual energy is a creative life force that drives ambition, passion, and vitality. When properly harnessed and directed, this energy can be transformed into immense personal power, success, and wealth. The concept of anchoring riches, using sexual energy as a foundation for achievement, has been recognized by ancient traditions, modern psychology, and successful individuals throughout history. Sexual energy is not merely about pleasure or reproduction. It's the same energy that builds nations, writes masterpieces, invents new technologies, and elevates consciousness. When it is retained, transmuted, and focused, it becomes a magnet for all forms of riches. The greatest men in history didn't just chase pleasure. They anchored their energy and directed it toward their higher calling. To anchor riches means to ground your power. It means to take your energy, especially your sexual energy, and give a foundation. Most people are like leaky boats. Their energy is everywhere, scattered through lust, distraction, and instant gratification. But an anchored man is different. He builds wealth from within. He's not chasing money. He's becoming it. His energy is so stable, so magnetic, that wealth begins to flow to him. Your sexual energy is one of the most potent forces in your body. When you don't anchor it, it controls you. You become addicted to urges, endlessly scrolling, chasing women, releasing your seed with no direction. But when you anchor it, you become the controller. Your sexual energy stops being a master and becomes a servant to your goals, your mission, and your legacy. Your sexual energy is your creative life force. It's the same power that creates a child, meaning it holds within the potential to create anything: businesses, empires, inventions, art, influence, and wealth. That's why every time you release that energy mindlessly, you are literally throwing away your riches. This is not about being anti-sex. It's about understanding the value of what's inside you. Semen is not just a fluid. It is a physical representation of life force. When you conserve it, when you refine it, it builds pressure like steam inside a powerful machine. That pressure becomes drive. Drive becomes action. Action becomes results. And results become riches. Think of men like Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, Muhammad Ali. These were men who understood the power of restraint and transmutation. They weren't leaking their energy into the world. They were anchoring it into their work. Their sexual energy wasn't being wasted. It was being invested. Let's make this real. A man who cannot say no to his urges will never say no to the temptations of financial sabotage either. If you can't control your lust, you won't control your spending. You won't be able to delay gratification, to save, to invest, to build. You will always chase fast money, easy pleasure, and fleeting highs. This is why sexual discipline is a foundation of financial wealth. Discipline with your seed becomes discipline in your business. When you stop chasing women, you start chasing purpose. When you stop indulging in lust, you start investing in legacy. Lust is quick. Legacy is slow. But only one of them leads to actual riches. And don't think this is just about money. Riches mean more than wealth. It's about being rich in spirit, rich in focus, rich in clarity. A sexually disciplined man is rarely confused, rarely insecure, rarely weak. His energy is anchored, and because he is anchored, people follow him. They trust him. They invest in him. And that's how wealth builds, through energetic trust. Most men are slaves to their urges because they've been conditioned to waste their energy. From a young age, society teaches men that ejaculation is normal, casual sex is power, and pornography is harmless. This lie has stolen millions of men's potential. Every ejaculation without purpose is a spiritual and energetic withdrawal. You are making yourself weaker every time you indulge in lust with no anchor. And most men never realize it. They spend their entire lives burning through their sexual currency on things that have no return on investment. You must understand, your seed is your gold. You are sitting on a treasure chest, but most men throw that treasure into the ocean daily. And then they wonder why they feel empty, broke, lazy, or uninspired. You must break the spell. Realize that your energy is sacred. And the more you contain it, the more riches you will feel flowing into your life. How to anchor sexual energy for real wealth. Now let's get practical. How do you anchor your sexual energy? Practice semen retention. This is step 1. Stop wasting your seed. Every time you retain, your body begins to recycle that energy. Your testosterone levels rise. Your brain becomes sharper. Your charisma increases. You begin to feel like a king again. Retention isn't suppression, it's redirection. Transmute the energy. Use the energy to build. Work out, right? Build your business. Learn new skills. Serve your community. Channel that sexual urge into something productive. Let it power your discipline, not your distractions. Have a mission. Without a mission, your energy has no anchor. It will float. You must give your life direction. What are you building? Who are you serving? What legacy are you leaving? When your life has purpose, your energy knows where to go. Control your environment. Avoid porn. Avoid lustful music. Avoid scrolling endlessly. Everything around you is either leaking your energy or feeding it. Protect your energy like a fortress. Stay in environments that respect your discipline. Meditate and breathe. Ground your energy daily. Breathe deeply into your lower belly. Bring your awareness back into your body. This anchors your mind and your spirit. Without mindfulness, your energy remains chaotic. Anchored energy attracts power. Have you ever walked into a room and felt someone's presence without them speaking? That's anchored energy. That's a man who doesn't chase. That's a man who has riches within. Women feel it. Other men respect it. The universe honors it. You don't need to prove yourself when your energy is anchored. You don't need to beg for attention or validation. You become a magnet for success, for wealth, for opportunity. Because your energy is concentrated. It's not leaking, it's radiating. That's why some men can sit in silence and still command room, because their energy speaks louder than their words. The kingdom within you. You are already rich. The kingdom is within. The problem is you've forgotten. You've spent too many years being distracted, being depleted, being disconnected. But if you could stop the leaks, if you could hold the line, you would see that everything you're searching for is already inside you. You don't need external approval. You don't need 10 women. You don't need more dopamine hits. You need alignment. You need to anchor your power so you can build your throne. Semen retention is not a trend. It's not a challenge. It's a spiritual strategy. It's the art of remembering who you are. It's choosing to walk as a king instead of crawling as a slave. It's saying no to the world so you can say yes to your destiny. Your future demands it. Your future self is waiting. He's strong, clear, powerful, respected, wealthy, and grounded. But he only exists if you choose today to anchor your riches. Not next week. Not next year. Right now. If you keep giving away your power, you'll never step into him. You'll live in a cycle of frustration, lust, confusion, and stagnation. But if you anchor your energy, you begin to walk differently. You begin to speak with certainty. You begin to move with intention. And the world cannot help but respond. Every time you say no to lust, you say yes to wealth. Every time you hold your seed, you multiply your power. Every time you choose mission over masturbation, you become more magnetic, more focused, more unshakable. Anchoring your sexual energy is not easy, but it's the price of greatness. It's the foundation of true riches. Not just money, but respect, clarity, power, and purpose. The world is filled with rich men who are empty inside. But you can be different. You can be rich from within. You can embody wealth, in spirit, in energy, in essence. But only if you anchor your riches. Only if you stop leaking and start rising. Your energy is not cheap. Stop spending it on things that don't honor your greatness. Anchor your power. Secure your wealth. Protect your seed. And build a legacy that can never be stolen. You are not meant to chase riches. You are meant to become them. And that journey begins the moment you anchor your sexual energy. Subscribe to this YouTube channel.